Hello and welcome everyone to Six Sigma IAS. I am Mohit Bansal and we are going to discuss the Polity Mains previous year question of year 2025. So this is the question as you are seeing on the screen. The Attorney General of India plays a crucial role in guiding the legal framework of Union government and ensuring sound governance through legal counsel. Discuss his responsibility, rights and limitation in this regard. So in this question, there are two things. First, you have been directly asked what is the responsibilities, rights and limitation. Second is that Attorney General play a critical role in guiding the legal framework of the Union government and ensuring sound governance through legal counsel. So in this, you have not been asked directly. Here you have been provided a statement. So many students commits the mistake of not addressing this statement. The examiner will deduct marks for it. Why? Because this statement is part of the question. That's why you have to address this statement. Clear? So that's why first you should address this statement, then you should come to the responsibility, rights and limitations. So now you may be thinking that responsibilities and the first part of the statement is quite similar. So here you need to play smartly. The points which are relating to legal framework guidance and sound governance through legal counsel, etc., you should write in the statement addressal part, and whatever the rest of the responsibilities are left, that you should mention in responsibilities section. Then you will come to the rights, then to the limitations, right? So now we will discuss the answer. So before discussing it, let me tell you that this question has been directly come from the class notes. Whenever we discuss Attorney General, this details we do in quite comprehensive manner, right? And you can join our Six Sigma IS foundation course for 27-28, where you will be provided GS and CSAT lectures, current affairs, personalized mentorship, daily answer writing, test series for both prelims and mains under the guidance of Dr. Shikha Darbari, who is IRS, former Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, economist and parliamentary affairs expert. So now proceeding towards the answer. So here you can directly introduce your answer by referring Article 76 of the Constitution. That's very important article because it only relates with Attorney General, and you can mention about the status of Attorney General, that's he or she is the highest law officer of Union appointed by President, right? Or you can give current affair context also, that Mr. R. Venkataramani is the current Attorney General of India. That also you can approach you can follow here. Then you can now need to talk about the responsibilities, rights and limitations, right? So first two points, as you can see, is relating to addressal of the statement, right? And I will recommend write it separately, then make the having responsibilities, then write the remaining points, right? So it drafts and scrutinize legislative proposals like GST, you can mention, and also assist in law reforms, legal policy formulations, like you can talk about Triple Talaq Bill or Prevention of Money Laundering Act, etc. Then advise the President on and Union government on legal matters, for example, on abrogation of Article 370, how to do it. Then appears in Supreme Court and other courts on behalf of Union government, for example, on EWS reservation, etc. You can mention. Then represent the government in reference made under Article 143. That's basically President seeking advice from Supreme Court. For example, recently President seek Supreme Court advice on governor providing assent to the bills. So government will be represented through Attorney General, right? Then you need to write about the Attorney General rights. As you know, that Attorney General can participate in parliamentary proceedings, can speak and move motions on legal issues, but do not forget to write that Attorney General do not have any voting rights, right? Then Attorney General has access to all government files and documents necessary for legal defense of the Union government at the court, right? Then third, you can write that Attorney General can appear or sit in any court of the country. Any court of the country. Right? And one more thing. Okay, you that point you can mention in limitations that Attorney General is not minister in Union Council of Ministers, unlike Attorney General of UK. Right? Second, his legal advice is advisory in nature. If his legal advice is not followed, then there is no enforcement power provided to Attorney General. Right? It's up to Union Council of Ministers whether to abide by Attorney General advice or not. Then it cannot practice privately against union, means Attorney General cannot have any brief against union government, cannot take up criminal case without union government permission, or Attorney General cannot take up any case against union government, right? And the Attorney General tenure is not provided by the Constitution, but Attorney General enjoys the office at the pleasure of President. Means Union Council administered by Prime Minister can advise President to any time remove Attorney General. That's why Attorney General tenure is uncertain. Then one more point you can add: Attorney General cannot seek directorship of any company without union government permission. That also you can add, right? Or in limitations, you can also add limitations that Attorney General face in real practice. For example, Attorney General cannot take up any case of union government without permission of Ministry of Legal Affairs, right? Then you can talk about the Attorney General remuneration is quite low as compared to his counterparts in private sector. And many times Attorney General office is also politicized, where Attorney General start representing ruling party of the day, not the ruling government, right? So those also points you can add here. But all these points you should mention in brief, right? And in conclusion, you can provide a way forward, like you can reverse these limitations and provide the solutions accordingly. For example, Attorney General office should be made aloof from politics, or Attorney General should be provided sufficient assistance, or Attorney General remuneration should be lucrative, right? And Attorney General advice should not be ignored by Union Council of Ministers unless it is necessary in national interest. That too should be recorded in writing, right? So these limitations you can reverse and can provide a way forward, right? That's how you can comprehensively address this question. Clear? So now I will like to inform you about our GS mentorship program for 26, 7 and 8, where you will be given current affair lectures and tests, personalized mentorship, daily answer writing, test series for both prelims, mains and even NCRT, under the guidance of Dr. Shikha Darbari, who is IRS, former Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, economist and parliamentary affair expert. Right? So you can join it for right guidance for clearing this examination.